it's Jeff again at Wonderful Distillery. Today we're going to walk through what goes into making Garden Club gin. Our gin originates, as all gins do, in Holland with the Dutch spice trade in the 17th century. In the 18th century, English distilleries began to create their own local style of juniper-infused spirits such as Old Tom and London Dry. Most recently, distilleries around the globe have experimented with avant-garde techniques, new and interesting botanicals, and maddening levels of precision to create the modern style broadly called contemporary gin. And so where does Garden Club gin fit in these categories? The contemporary style. This is because we play up the ratio of coriander and other botanicals with the juniper. Juniper shares top billing with the citrusy aspect, with the floral components as well. And also, that tiny little still over there guarantees that every batch we make is small. We're able to pay incredible attention, and we're not overcooking those botanicals. Something you might find with a larger gin still is that you have to use heat for a longer period of time, which tends to cook those botanicals and lends more of a vegetal flavor. However, ours tends to be more light, bright, and fresh. And we're using juniper, of course. We're gonna have a backup singer again with coriander and angelica as a fixative for our flavors. And then for the citrus components, we use yuzu powder, orange peel, lemon verbena, and lemon peel. And then for some warmth and complexity and floral notes, we have pink peppercorn, lavender, cinnamon, and Tasmanian pepperberry. And lastly, one of my favorite things to distill with, licorice root. So really not for any flavor necessarily. It's more of a mouthfeel type thing. It adds sweetness, it adds sort of a round texture. That with the cinnamon, I believe, adds like a really nice finish flavor. And we're going to be distilling today in the pot still configuration. Maceration goes into the pot, downcomers are open, and I do something a little different. I keep the gin basket in play. I throw a little copper in there, but otherwise it's traditionally distilled. All right, so step one, we've weighed out some of the ingredients. Following Mike over here to add them to the rest of the botanicals. You can see we've already weighed everything out. Next is to bag it up. And here you can see we have cheesecloth bags holding the botanicals. They're going into the pot. And then we're gonna add in a mixture of water and grain neutral spirit. And 24 hours later, we're ready to add water to the pot and bring it to a safe alcohol level. We turn the steam on, get the heat going, and this distillation should kick off momentarily. And here we are, distillation's going strong. You can see a nice rolling boil. We've got nice open pathways for the vapor up through the line arm, into the basket to where I've got that extra copper located, across to the condenser where it recondenses into a liquid at a stronger ABV, and then out the parrot head where we examine and begin to make our cuts. And I wanted to show this part, just it's kind of nerdy, but it is a huge part of the process. Proofing is a very, very important step. We've got to make sure we get it right for the labeling. So you can see we've weighed a sample. I've got our alkalizer there to test the proof, and I'm adding in some filtered water here. And we are spot on at 90 proof, which, by the way, the gin is 90 proof. And check out this label. It's not me that designed it, but it has a lot of great Oklahoma implementations. Those are all little clips from the Guthrie newspaper and ladies from the Prohibition era. And just pour in a glass here to get a nose out of it for quality control. And yeah, who cares what time it is? Well, that just about wraps it up for Garden Club Gin. If I could leave you with any final thoughts, I would hope that you took away an appreciation for gin, the art form that it is, the skill and the time that it takes to nail a recipe down. We certainly don't just throw a bunch of ingredients in and hope for the best. This is something that took a lot of time and a lot of research and development to nail it down, and it still is always evolving and improving. So whether it's us or another one of our Oklahoma distillery buddies, we hope you support local spirits as always, and thanks again.